Hey, what's up, guys? Thanks for tuning in to Twisted Youngins. I am one of your hosts, Myra King, and to my left,
this is Desi Dez.
It's your boy Dave in the building, aka Mojo, and we got a special guest with us today, sir. Let the people know who you are.
What's going on? It's your boy Guy Oliver, aka Oliver Twist. How you guys doing today?
I'm
pretty
doing
good. We're
man.
glad to have you with us today.
Harlem
I
Globetrotters.
appreciate you guys having me.
You did,
Yeah,
Oliver
yeah.
Twist. You the Globetrotter. You definitely twisting out there. That's for sure.
Yep.
That's a fitting nickname. Where
My,
that nickname from?
yeah, Twist actually came up just off the random. I don't know. Someone was telling me when I was making my Instagram. Now I was like, something gotta stick to people. Like something gotta. Whenever I do something, they gotta remember it. So me, whenever anything I do, I always put my own little, my own little, whatever you want to call it, pizzazz, sprinkle, or whatever you want to say. I call it twist. I put my own twist on whatever I do. So if somebody go do a dunk, I probably go do it better. Put my own twist on it. Same thing with a dribble move. Same thing. Put my own twist on it.
So it's Oliver your name?
It's just the way about I go. Now Oliver is my last name. So my first name is Guy, G-U-Y. Then last name is Oliver. So people didn't believe me that my first name is, which is, I guess it's hard to believe that people name their son Guy. But
I can see a cop right now.
Yeah, people don't believe that's my real name.
Dude, give me your real name. Don't. Guy, man. G-U-Y, man.
Oliver. Yeah, okay. Guy.
Right.
So, tell us more how you got involved with basketball.
So
you're known for your fly dunks, correct? For dunking.
Right? Yeah.
Do you hold the record for the highest vertical in the world, or was you just a candidate?
I held it for a while. Then one of my homeboys actually came and broke it. So I'm actually cool that one of my homeboys broke it rather than somebody who I don't know.
For people out there that don't know, do you know what the record is right now?
Right now it's about 52 or 50 or about 53. But I haven't tested my vertical in a while, so I believe that I'm over 52. Easy. That time when I tested it, that was during me doing a whole lot of stuff.
Okay. So tell us about. Go ahead. Now you're.
No, I was just saying now that I think my vertical probably higher.
Okay.
50 is listen. 50 period is a damn good vertical. I mean, people was astonished that D-Rose had what, like a 45 or something like that, like a 40 something, or maybe 38.
Michael Jordan still hold the record in the NBA with 46.
Yeah,
46.
Yeah,
it's 6'6" though.
Ooh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. D-Rose was what, 6'4", pushing a 40.
6'3".
So that's 6'3", pushing a 40.
And then he had speed on his side too, so he really had bounce.
You don't mind how tall are you?
Right. I'm 5'10", but a lot of people like to go with 5'9" because it sounds better. So I guess I'm going with 5'9".
Listen, brother.
Say 5'9" sound better, huh?
It do.
So tell us more about how you got involved with basketball. Like how did all this come about?
So actually, I've been playing basketball all my life. It was just I was overshadowed, undershadowed, whatever y'all want to call it. People really slept on me because I've been bounce yet. Been touching backboard since I was in the 3rd grade. Got my first dunk in 7th grade. And ever since then, I've been doing my thing. But I was also a multi-sport athlete growing up in high school as well. So I felt like, a lot of the coaches was more leaning towards, he'll be fine. He got other sports to rely on. We don't got to put him on the team this year. But realistically, it was like it was politics. They had their people that they wanted on the team. But yeah, I've been playing basketball all my life. Coming up now, me getting older, while I stuck with basketball so much, was mainly so because in all the other sports, I can run as fast as I want to, or I can jump as high as I want to. But in basketball, I can do both. So it's like, why not use my ability to play basketball when I can do everything in basketball and show my talent? And plus, it'll most likely look better. So I stuck with basketball heavy. Becoming a Globetrotter was actually a surprise, to be honest. When I first came out to LA, I had did a charity event. That's how I came out here. It was a Dunkin' Mess charity event. And that's when my vertical went viral. I went up and kissed the backboard. After that, touched every platform, ESPN, House of Highlights, Bleacher Report, all that, everything. So a couple months later, the Globetrotters had actually hit up one of my homeboys and was trying to recruit him, but he can't do it because he's in school. He runs track at Clemson University. But they asked him, "Do you know anybody else who might be interested in it?" And he was like, "Yeah." Then he gave out my name, and they was like, "Oh, well, we're actually looking for him anyway." So when he gave him my name, they called me, told me when the tryout would be out in New Jersey. After that, I went to the tryout, killed the tryout. Then yeah, so I'm here now.
Hey, this your boy Desi Dez.
And it's your boy Mojo. And if you like what you are seeing so far, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the page. Please. And if all else fails and you like what you talking about as far as this merch-wise, baby, hit us up. You know what I'm saying? Check us out on YouTube or Instagram or Facebook at TwistedYounginz with a Z. You know what I'm talking about? Make sure you give us an email at TwistedYounginz@gmail.com for all promotions.
Where's it at TwistedYounginz@gmail.com?
Yes, sir, with a Z. And also, if y'all don't like what you see right now as far as merch-wise, we got more merch, and we also do your merch.
Do your merch,
Send us in a couple
support
designs.
everybody.
Yeah, and we do promotional packages, interviews, videos, articles, whatever you guys need, man. Just make sure you hit us up. Holla at you, baby.
And how long have you been with them?
This is going on my second year. So last year was my first year with them. Yeah.
What did you have to do in the tryouts?
Oh, it was like a real NBA tryout. You got to do everything. You got to really show your talent. See, being a Globetrotter ain't just being able to have fun and make stuff look fun. It's actually real. Like being a Globetrotter is real deal. People think it's like, like fake and scripted. Some parts are, but it's just like real basketball. Like when a coach call a play, you got to run that play. It's the same thing. Ain't nothing changed. Like we actually play real basketball against the other team, even though we play the same team over and over. But imagine playing the same team over and over, and they know what you can do every game. That's hard.
Did they ever win?
We play real ball out there. Nah. That part we not supposed to let. That's the thing.
So in practice, y'all actually practicing. Like y'all not just doing a bunch of free layups or whatnot. Y'all actually running drills, going through plays, the full progression of getting ready for a game.
And we do that right before a game. So imagine having to practice and put in new plays right before a game and have to get them right because you got a crowd of 400 coming in the morning just for the beginning of the game, like magic pass and meeting us early. Then on top of that, you got over 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, almost 10,000 people. And you got to do a brand new play you done did in the morning. It's a different type of, stress right there because it's like, I got to be on point with this. I can't miss no dunks. Then you also got to replace some of the vets because they've probably been dunking all week. You gotta be on your toes when you're a Globetrotter. It ain't all sweet. It ain't where you can just, you can mess up and it's okay. Nah, you mess up, you might end up losing the game for them. Then it's like, woo.
Do they cut people over there? Like, do y'all get rid of them?
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's just like basketball. It's just like real basketball. So you really gotta be on your toes when you're a Globetrotter.
Okay.
So how do you feel like with you just breaking down the whole routine, the steps, and how extra hard you all have to go when practicing, getting the plays, or getting the whole routine correctly? How do you feel about when people they don't take the Harlem Globetrotters serious? They don't consider that like a real sport. Like you don't really put in real work just for show.
I laugh at them. It's funny because I can literally go grab anybody from the generals that we play against. I can go grab people from there and beat anybody. No lie. But I really could. Because it's funny because immediately people think that we fool. But you can't out dribble a Harlem Globetrotter. I'm sorry. We practice doing this all the time. So we get paid to do. You're not going to out dunk the Harlem Globetrotter because it's what we get paid to do. You're not going to out hustle Harlem Globetrotter. It's what we get paid to do. But people don't realize that because they see it as a gimmick, so to say. But realistically, we really do put in just as much work as anybody else. Because a lot of people that played on the team used to play overseas or in the G League or professional level before they went to the Globetrotters. They just went to the Globetrotters because it's like I want to keep on playing basketball.
Now, going through like your personal journey and your struggle, growing up and really having to stick with basketball as your way out. How does that feel to be in the position that you are now, just knowing everything that you went through and you had to overcome? Because a lot of people don't make the
It's
level
really
of NBA
surprising.
Globetrotter, nothing at all. They don't get to utilize their dream.
Yeah, that's facts. It's really surprising because where I come from and just me growing up in general, nobody would have thought I would be playing or be a professional basketball player, period. Growing up, I was the track athlete. I was a track star. I was nationally ranked in high school. Football, I was ranked. So immediately people would assume like I'm going to school to play. I'm going to school to run track, which I did. I went to Indiana State University and ran track my freshman year. But it was either track or football, so more people was leaning on. And I would tell people like, I can mess around and make it to the league. It's immediate. No, you can't. It's impossible. You're not tall enough. You can't shoot. I couldn't do this. I couldn't do that. I couldn't do a whole lot. Now I can shoot with both hands from the three or from anywhere. Now people are looking back and like, dang, I remember you couldn't shoot, bro. Now people want tickets and this and that. But I mean, not more so going on dwell on that moment. Like I said, it's a surprise because the more and more I heard that I wasn't gonna make it as a basketball player, the more and more I thought like, man, I probably don't need to play basketball. Maybe track really might be my career, or football might really be my career. But the more and more I looked at it, whenever I went to college, because I could have played basketball in college as well. Because when I was in the rec, playing, I was playing against some of the retired basketball players from the school, and they was like, man, you really good. And they invited me to a private workout with them, and did good there. I just didn't take my track scholarship, so but track most likely would have been my go-to. I'll probably be in the Olympics right now if I didn't get hurt. Coming out of high school, I was like a really, really big projected long jumper. Fresh out of high school to go to the Olympics. I had jumped 24 feet for my school record. Then I went to state. I was supposed to win state, but I got hurt at state. So that's what messed up everything right there.
Now you was tearing stuff up in Terre Haute. Now let's just be honest about it. Like you being all modest over there. You was over there slashing things out there in Terre Haute. And are you from Indiana, right?
You could say. I guess you could say that. You could say Indiana or Louisville. I grew up on both sides. I went to school in Indiana, but I also grew up in Louisville as well.
Yeah. I mean, listen, you in the middle of two high power programs. And I mean, obviously, Kentucky being a high power program, right. A lot of people sleep on Indiana University. They had Frank Kaminsky, Sam Decker. Indiana has the Hansbrough brothers, George West, Oladipo. So you come around a good athletic group of people in that state that you came out of. Even like you said, going to Terre Haute. A lot of talented people went to Terre Haute. Now, a lot of them, like Myra said, doesn't make it out. My question is, I guess, what is it that drove you to make it out? Because like she said, I mean, a lot of people get put in those positions. And like I just said, you were killing it in track. And you had the option to play basketball. You could have, maybe played football. What was it that made you stay focused on what you were doing after the injury? Because pre-injury, everybody knows sky's the limit. But once you get injured, your options get limited. So what was it that made you focus in on what you stayed with?
That's true. To me, more so because I had a lot of injuries growing up in high school. So I had missed a lot of my track season, my junior and senior year due to hamstring injuries, which is the reason why I stopped running track as a whole for right now. I had got 2 major hamstring injuries. I pulled my left one my junior year, then came back to the same meet and pulled my right one. The same year my junior, then my senior did the same thing twice. So on top of a knee contusion at state, but what really motivated was me letting me know, like me telling myself like the injury is nothing, pain is only temporary. I knew what my ability was. Like I knew that I was supposed to be in the position that I'm in now. I just didn't know what time or when it was. I always felt like it was gonna have to be through like school, just like any black athlete coming up. Like I feel like I'm gonna make it out through school, go get drafted, you know, take my career on from there, help my family. But after the injury, it was just having that same mindset that I was gonna make it out, and I didn't have nothing to really worry about besides, you know, myself. That really kept me pushing. Was just knowing that I had a great gift to be put out on the track or in any terrain. I was just waiting on my moment for real. That's really what I was waiting on.
So, excuse me. So, who else was who was your support system? Because I know that at one point in time it was your mother who you were saying was your number one supporter. Like your mother was in your corner, regardless, like help pushing you through this. And then during her tragic passing, how did you get through it from there?
I'm not gonna lie to you. It was hard. It was tough. It was real tough because it happened so young. I was 11 when my mom had passed away. So immediately it's like, what does a kid do after his mom passed away? Oh well, he still got his father. That relationship wasn't the best. It was rocky all the way, you know, growing up, rocky, hard. I didn't really have a support system too much. Really didn't have too many people come to my games, to be honest. I would like when I would, you know, I would see them and I would know that they're there. But overall, you know, I didn't have people come to my track meets. So that was the only time I was really, really by myself. Have other family come to my, you know, my football and basketball games. That's because, you know, like my best friends or my cousins playing with me. So of course, you know, I'm gonna have family there. But realistically, I ain't really had some people there as a support system. So it's really, really on my own to go and do what I did, what I'm doing now, because I knew that I'm man of my word and I stick to my word. So I told my mama that I'm gonna buy a car and I'm gonna make it to the league. I'm gonna be a professional athlete. I told her that when I was in elementary school, and when I was in elementary school, they had told me to think of a plan B. I was like, I don't want no plan B. Then it was like, well, you got to. So they forced me to be what my dad was, and at the time my dad was a man. So they forced me to you know think about that route. But even as a kid, I would always tell my mom like, I'm gonna be a pro athlete. Like I'm gonna be doing this that I'm watching on TV. You're gonna be watching me, or you're gonna be at the game. But you know, things happen, life happens. Unfortunately, she couldn't. But I'm sticking to my word. Really, that's what I do.
Hey,
I'm a man of my word. So.
A game. If you got to play one game for your life, man, you got to bring this team out. What is the top? What is the 5 players you gonna bring out? You got one game for your life.
One game for my life. I can pick anybody. Or gotta be people I know.
Anybody.
Ooh. So off top, I'm going me and AI
for point guard.
Backcourt.
Okay. AI point guard. Okay.
Wait, am I counted as well, or it got to be straight 5?
If you think you can win a game for your life, no matter who they pick.
Yeah, I definitely. If it's for my life, I got to be playing too. I can't trust nobody in my life like that.
Okay, so you're gonna pick AI and you. Okay.
Yeah, me and AI in the backcourt. Then I'm going either. I'm definitely picking KD. That KD is definitely in there off top.
Okay.
I gotta have Mike. I'm definitely picking Shaq for sure.
Shaq.
So yeah, me.
You got a small team, man.
KD, A, and Shaq. But listen, speed kills.
Yeah.
Speed kills.
Might be going under.
Speed kills. we got a sharpshooter. We got a sharpshooter with KD. So at any point in time I drive and kick, he's wide open. Boom. Then I got Mike on the side. He gonna kill. So at this point, it's really like, who you gonna guard? If you pick the wrong matchup, you're gonna get killed. If you try double team the wrong matchup, you're gonna get killed. And I got Shaq at the bottom. So it's like, if he don't get the rebound, Mike gonna come and get the putback, or I might come and get the putback. So we got a lot of options.
That's a pretty
Who the
good
best
five.
player? Give me who the best player in the league right now?
Whew. Man. If you're talking about all around.
This best player. Who you feel the best? You ain't gotta be all around. Who you know?
The best player. I might have to give it to. I got a top 3. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay,
It's
go
either
ahead.
gonna be KD, James Harden, or Dame Dollar.
Hey, just disrespect LeBron.
So,
I can't take it. I can't take it.
Okay,
You know,
Curry.
I'm
okay,
a
but
Lakers fan.
that's his 3.
My
Like
So
I like Bron. Bron's good. Like I can probably give Bron his props now. Over the years, I couldn't fully give Bron like his full props because I always seen KD as being right there with him. People always say, "Well, KD ain't got the assist numbers. He ain't got the passing numbers." I go by gameplay. So as a small forward, you're supposed to go out there and kill. Originally, small forwards are scoring forwards, you know? So they're supposed to go out there and kill. KD proves his point every single time as a small forward.
I thought LeBron do be scoring. Don't he be having like 28 a game?
Last time I checked, LeBron averaged more points, rebounds, and assists than KD.
Okay,
I'm trying to figure it out.
Okay,
Well,
continue.
you talking about the last season just passed that KD didn't play in. Well, let's talk about the season when KD played with the Warriors. KD averaged more than LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
He averaged more assists than LeBron. He actually almost averaged a double-double the last season. The season before that, he averaged almost a double-double. 30 points each championship.
Ooh, how much, Dave? How much you think LeBron would average on the Warriors?
I mean, listen. I mean, what he's saying is correct.
Yes,
I mean,
it is. Yes, it is.
KD
That's
was
true.
killing on Golden State. You know my question. Yeah. I tell everybody if they think KD the best, I tell everybody put KD on that team LeBron had with Dellavedova in Cleveland. See if they make it out the playoffs, let alone go to the finals.
But that's a good top 3. I like that. And Dame Dollar,
Dame Dollar should not be on there. He should not be on there.
But I'm gonna
keep it real.
You evil, man.
So how is the team schedule? What is it like?
True.
Are you all traveling every week, every month, or how does
We're not traveling right now due to COVID, but when we was traveling, it was more so every day, every other day.
Like how many games do y'all play on the season?
Chill out. They're doing the most. I think last year we played over 50 plus.
Okay.
We touch about 100. We touch about 150 almost.
That's good. It's an 82 game season in the NBA.
And does the same lineup be consistent, or is it just does the rotation change frequently?
We have 3 different teams, so at that point it just matters on whatever the coach tell you which team you're gonna travel with, either that month or if that's gonna be your permanent team. Sometimes we hit different states, so it's not like one team can go hit all 50 states in America.
Okay, so it's a whole. Basically, it's like the team that you're playing against. You all travel together.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Play together.
Okay, I didn't know that.
So it's 3 different teams.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think the key thing for me is you said that you got like there's no specific. Like sometimes they'll come to you and say, "Hey, you're going to be on this team," but you guys rotate teams.
So it's not an all-star team. Like it's not one of them teams that's like better than the rest of them. Maybe like the big team where everybody want to get, man, I got to get on that team.
Oh yeah, it is.
Okay.
That's the team that you want. Like whenever you go overseas, that's the team you want to be on. Because those are the ones that play in the big shows, like real big shows. That's the team you want to be on. Because who don't want to travel overseas?
Right.
Yeah. Now, have you ever thought about going overseas as an option for them as far as hooping before the Globetrotters or after?
Oh yeah, I still want to go overseas now. I'm still
Okay.
currently waiting on the agent to hit me back. Right now I'm playing ABA for the South Bay Sharks.
Okay.
We got a game next week, so y'all might want to tune into that. But
I definitely am.
No,
I
yeah,
gotta no, go ahead.
yeah, I am trying to go overseas, get this money. And so I'm really looking forward, so I can really show off the talent because everybody want to see me do dunks, which is cool. You know, I don't mind dunking, but at the same time, I'm a hooper. You know, I grew up hooping. I didn't grow up dunking. I was just, you know, I wanted to dunk just like anybody else.
Right.
So of course, people gonna immediately say I'm a pro dunker. I'm a this is without actually seeing me hoop. I definitely trying to get overseas though. But that's where like my money gonna come from.
Definitely. Is a Nate Robinson comparison fair to say? You know, Nate started out as a dunk short, but a dunker, you know, shorter than everybody in the NBA, but a high flyer at a dunker. It wasn't until really he got away from the Knicks and all of that, and he went through his turmoil, came back for the Bulls, and people realized, oh, Nate Robinson's a hooper. Yeah, I heard taking teams to the playoffs. Same thing with Isaiah Thomas, you know.
It'll be an okay comparison. I wouldn't be mad with it. A lot of people compare me to him anyway. Allen Iverson would probably be the best comparison.
Okay.
Once you finally see like my full game, you'll see like, okay, I got it all. I could do it all plus more. Like AI didn't have the bounce that I had. Definitely didn't have the speed I have because of me being a All-American track athlete.
You be
so I feel like I bring it off.
Give me your top 5 dunkers of all time.
In the league,
in the Rucker Park, you can be in the league. You got to just mix them together.
Oh, top 5 dunkers, anything. So of course I gotta go with my man Chris Staples.
Chris Staples.
Got to, yeah.
Okay.
Gotta go with my man Chris Staples. In the league, I'm definitely going to say Vince Carter, of course, up top. Then I'm gonna go with Zach LaVine. Because that man can fly. True definition of being a high flyer. Gerald Green. People sleep on Gerald Green. That man had bounce. He still do. He just don't use it.
Head over the backboard this rookie season, I think.
Oh yeah. That windmill.
Then
it's between Sean Kemp and Shannon Brown. People sleep on them two.
Shannon Brown, dude.
I'm starting to think you got beef with LeBron, man. What's your problem?
LeBron's not a dunker. I could beat LeBron right now. I could beat LeBron in his prime.
Did you see? Hold up. Did you see LeBron on those halftime
McDonald's highlights
before the? I think before the game highlights, like he'll go out there and, you know, before the game even start, go out there, throw it off the backboard, loop the leg, and do some.
Yeah. I seen all that.
Okay,
it's good. Don't get me wrong.
His day, and, you know.
Yeah, for sure. But the dudes I just named can fly. They're the true definition of flying.
Oh yeah, Brown was a leaper.
Yeah. If everybody was
a leaper. Shannon, was he I know he was a leaper, but was he a
leaper?
I never seen nothing.
I was a Lakers fan. Trust me.
I watched Lakers games too. But I didn't see nothing crazy like that. I ain't see him do nothing strange. Like Jefferson. Like what's that dude named Jason Rich?
I could pull up one. I could pull up a block. I could pull up a block from Shannon Brown right now that have you like, ooh.
Oh yeah,
that's just a block.
Yeah. What about the air up there? Have you seen him dunk?
Air up there, not in person, but on video, yeah, he's definitely got bounce. That's one dude I do want to see in person, for real.
Oh,
yeah,
I want to see him.
Has the NBA ever reached out to you or any of these local, like the NBA, the Drew League, or anything like that, when they're actually having dunk competitions or anything like that?
No, but I do play in the Drew. I play for Problems. I played for them last season.
Okay. How was that?
I was supposed to do it was cool. I didn't play that much because I came at the end of the season when nobody was really allowed to join. But I played in front of the owner of the league, and he was like, and my coach at the time, he was like, "Well, would he be able to play?" He's like, "Yeah, definitely put him on your team. If that's what you want, put him on your team."
Mm-hmm. Who was
So I
off
didn't really
on
get to
that
play too
team?
much. Me, my homie, Tone, my boy, Garrett Neville. He plays for the Clippers G League team now.
Mm-hmm.
I know y'all. If y'all watch the Drew, y'all seen the big dude with the tats on his neck, light skinned dude.
Yeah,
I believe so.
Yeah, he played on my team as well. We got a few other people. I can't remember names on top of my head.
What NBA players have you played with?
Haven't played with, as far as like the Drew, you talking about in general?
It's played against or watched, like physically.
I played with Meta. I actually played with him like about a month ago.
Don't say it like
Played
that,
Meta
man. We
about a
know
month
him as
ago.
Ron Artest, the bruiser. Now you talking about you playing
Yeah,
against Meta like it was sweet.
Ryan. Played against Ryan. You know, I gotta call him Meta. You feel me? He ain't Ryan no more.
Definitely.
But played against Jordan Bell and Nick Young.
Okay.
Who else? Linked up with Austin Rivers at Rico Hines.
Okay.
Austin Rivers, though.
Yeah, James Harden.
Oh,
yeah, cool people for real.
Now I got a question. With you being a hooper and everything, and you being at the point you are with the Globetrotters, being played in the Drew League and still aspiring to go overseas, what are your thoughts on the whole NBA bubble situation? Dang on the outcome. What was your thoughts on the initial situation? Just putting all those players in the same spot and just having them duke it out for the championship.
I feel like it was really a time to bring out the real competitiveness. I'm a competitor, you know. I like to compete. I ran track, you know. We one of the biggest competitors in the world. But I also understood, like, you know, this ain't got to be, you know, the most craziest, you know, game of basketball of all time, because we're going through a whole lot with what's going on with the world now, racism and everything, and you know, with COVID. So I understand, like, people more so worry about their families more than the game. They got other stuff on their mind. So I understood, like, it's not gonna be the craziest that we gonna see, but I was really expecting, like, the competitiveness to be real high, because you know you can't go nowhere. So you know, testosterone level is high. So I was really expecting a lot. You see what Antetokounmpo did. I was expecting that. I'm not gonna lie. I was expecting that headbutt or some type of push or something to come out. But overall, I think it was a good decision as far as, you know, letting the players play, because that's their job. You know, you can only stay off your job for so long. But I also do understand what, you know, not playing. I do respect any of the ones that didn't play as well, because I understood what they were standing for. And I also respect the ones who did play, because I understood they was using their platform as well as the ones who wasn't playing was using their platform. So, and then that's the whole thing that I'm glad the players got off, especially LeBron. He showed a major leadership with addressing everything through the season, as far as racism, justice, and everything, rather than just talking about basketball and Nike and his endorsements and everything. He really made a point to show, like, if you're gonna be a leader and come out here during these times, then you need to make it known that you're gonna step on this floor, be a leader, compete, and do what you gotta do and take care of everything.
Nice.
Definitely. I got a go ahead, Myra. My bad.
Go ahead.
I got one more for you. Where do you stand? I think this is a detriment to the game. I think they should get rid of it. I don't think it's for anybody unless you're a vet. Where do you stand on load management? Because I think it's a detriment to the game, man. I mean, I understand everybody compare about the Spurs load managing, but we were talking about Tim Duncan, who was probably 35, 36. Ginobili was 35, 36. Tony Parker was 31, 32. You got people like Kawhi Leonard and Paul George in their early 20s, late 20s, in the middle of their prime, load managing. Talking about if they load manage in their prime, they'll be ready to go for the playoffs. Do you think them load managing throughout the regular season took any kind of effect on them in the playoffs?
Yeah, big time. I ain't gonna lie. It took a big toll, because it's like You went from it's like you went from here, now you gotta bounce back down here, you gotta adjust. It's like a teeter-totter. So it's like, how can you sit here and do that during playoff time? Playoff time is when you're supposed to be focused, you're supposed to be at your highest. So that's something that you gotta, address during the summertime and make sure you got everything right. Because I'm a Bulls fan, so I know all about managing everything. We do not have the best staff in the world. We easily probably have the worst. I wish our staff would do better. We lost too many good players throughout the years. One of them.
I'm an undercover Knicks fan.
Top five of the world.
It could be worse.
Oh yeah, right, right, for sure. But yeah, I think that's something that you really got to worry about during summertime, because during the seasons when you're supposed to be getting to know your teammates, getting to know everything, getting closer. So you feel me? You never know. You could have had a big spark, but like I said, that's something you got to figure out in the summertime when y'all got to get more close.
Lastly, what inspiring words did you give, any of these athletes that's looking to get into the league or to go overseas or just to make anything of their talent?
Definitely to not give up, because anything is possible. There's no way that somebody can just tell no who ain't been there before. That it just doesn't make sense. How can someone who's never seen that dream besides on TV tell that you can't make it there? Then while you on that same path, you got to keep pushing, because while you on that path, you're the only person that you got at that moment, because people are gonna come and go during your career. So you can't really lean towards one person to be that solid, that solid rock for you. Because when it's grind time, nobody's really gonna understand your grind besides you. So you might have to sacrifice certain things. Like me personally, I don't do holidays no more. I'm either trying to get in the gym, or I'm sitting in the house watching some type of film or something, just so I can keep my mind straight. Not saying like I despise holidays or anything, but I mean I don't have a family, I ain't got no kids. I'm working on myself basically. So I'm still on that same path as well, as far as to sharpening my tools. So whenever I do get ready to have a family, I can, give them the tools that I've been trying to sharpen all my life. But it's really, really staying focused and staying in your lane and staying in your bag. Because once you step out of your lane and you step in somebody else's bag, that's when you mess up, because you're not used to what they got going on. You're not used to their lifestyle, their weather. You gotta stay in your bag so you can make sure you manage everything that you gotta manage, because a lot's gonna come upon you. There'll be times when you never know when you might have a meeting or endorsement, or like something that we got going on now. You got to be well managed. Time management is everything. Mental health is everything, and that's mental health is probably like the biggest thing that a lot of athletes need to work on as we're going through this path, because there will be times when you feel like, man, this career might not be for me. I'm not getting the looks I need. I'm not getting the time I need. I'm not touching the floor as much. I'm not touching the ball as much. But what can I do better? Then that's when you start to listen to those outsiders. You know, you're not doing this enough. You're not doing that enough. That's what I was saying. Like, you can't always rely on somebody to be your solid rock, because they might have an opinion that you're not rocking with, and you can't get mad at them because you asked them for some help. So they're gonna give you what you asked for. It's all about how you're gonna take it and go upon it. So I usually tell a lot of people all the time, just stay in your bag, stay out the way, and stay in your lane, because a lot of at this point, it don't matter who you are. Anything can happen at any moment. Yeah. Like D Rose, him getting hurt, that showed real quick. Like when one star goes down, another one can be made at that same time.
Yep. Or not even.
So I always tell people, stay in your bag, because
somebody can take your life.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, anything can happen at any moment. So
yeah.
That was beautiful.
Right.
That was
and
beautiful.
That's the part I didn't want to speak on, but that's real talk.
That's what we need to speak on.
Beautiful.
I got one more before we get out of here. You said you want to go overseas. You want to hoop. Are you opposed to packing up your bags and going to Lithuania to pay for LaMelo Ball team?
Oh yeah, I moved out to California with no problem. I left out my city, literally packed up everything and just left. I ain't had no goodbye party, none of that. Until my people was always leaving, Well, the day before I was leaving, they didn't believe me. I'm here now. I picked up everything and left. I came out to California one time. Yeah, so I'm ready for change. I understand what change is. That's another thing as a player. You gotta understand about change. You gotta be ready. You gotta let it happen. You gotta learn how to adapt. It's just change is just like playing sports. You know, wild things happen in sports all the time. You just never would have thought, like that shot with Kawhi. Nobody would have thought that would have win after the second bounce. But wild stuff like that happens all the time. You got to be ready to adapt with change. That series could have easily been tied. Then boom, you gotta learn. You know what you're gonna do next in Game 7. How you gonna take upon this Game 7? What's your recovery process gonna be like? What's your winning process gonna be like? So change is a big thing that you gotta worry about, but you also gotta adapt to. Change can either be good or bad, but at the same time, it's a 50-50. You hold that change. You hold your career. You hold your destiny. You write your own destiny. You paint your own picture.
Okay,
Thank
you. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. So we're gonna go ahead and let you continue about your day.
Definitely.
We thank you for.
I appreciate it.
Thank you for giving us a little bit of your time and encouraging words as well. A lot of stuff you said it did
promote
resonate.
yourself, man. Give out your Instagram name and so on and so forth.
Yeah, most definitely. Got me on all social media at Oliver Twist, no I in the twist, so OLIVERTWST_. But before you even have to type that in, you'll find me as soon as you type in Oliver. Don't even worry about all that.
That's fact.
Okay,
and same thing with YouTube. Find me on YouTube at Oliver Twist.
Okay.
Will everybody make sure you follow him? We gotta definitely get you back up here.
Indeed, man. For all the
have
future,
you come on again.
Yeah, all your future.
Most definitely.
Yeah. We gotta send you a couple hoodies out there as well. A couple hoodies and t-shirts.
Most definitely.
Appreciate it.
We'll do that, sir. We appreciate.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'll definitely support. Definitely support.
Don't worry about it.
I appreciate you having me on the show. Oh yeah, I would.
Oh, okay.
All right, you have a good day, bro.
Well, thank you again, and all right.
All right, you too.
Likewise, sir. Take it easy.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.